I'm Rachel here with my cat Leia, and I'm about to do a quick video about some short fiction. Last year I filmed a booktube video that I hoped would be an annual thing where I highlighted 2 literary journals. So I'm back to make good on that with these 2 offerings, the Delmarva Review and the Raleigh Review. The Delmarva Review is a local to me publication which focuses slightly on writers from Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. I went to a reading from this volume, which I talked about in one of my NaNoWriMo videos last November. The Raleigh Review is published out of Raleigh, North Carolina. I found it through my own short story submission process. I've mentioned that I have a short story on submission in a handful of videos, and I now have enough rejections to start papering my walls. That's something we talked about when I was going through my minor in creative writing in college. Most publications sent me form letters, but the Raleigh Review said that I made it through to their highest levels of deliberation. So I thought that I should check them out to see what they were into, and hopefully read some good fiction too. Now to some stats. The Delmarva Review has been published by the Eastern Shore Writers Association for the past 9 years. They publish once annually. This edition includes works from 13 poets, 9 pieces of nonfiction, 8 pieces of fiction, 5 book reviews of local work, and a list of new books by regional authors published between 2015 and 2016. My favorite short story was One Last March Up Hall's Hill by John Scott Dewey. We follow a teenage black boy through his hometown learning about its racial history and get hints that he is attempting to leave. Once his pastor sees him and notes that he's in trouble, we get a broader picture of his fraught home life, his absent father, and his sense of not being loved. This story took us on a journey, and it packed a punch in the end. I'm also fond of Afterlife.com by John Benner. The author actually read part of this at the reading I attended, and he had the audience in stitches. We follow an executive from a fake, hopefully, company that creates a virtual afterlife populated by algorithms of dead celebrities. It's a bit of a commentary about propaganda, celebrity worship, and losing track of reality. And Robin Williams makes a bit of a sarcastic appearance, so that's always worth it. The Raleigh Review was started by Rob Green in 2010 and has now morphed into a nonprofit. They publish twice a year. This issue includes 7 pieces of artwork by 1 artist, 4 works of fiction, and works from 22 poets. My favorite short story is Nobody's Business by Nicole Simonson. We follow 3 women from a Mexican-American family, a mother and 2 daughters, to the hospital where the youngest woman is about to give birth. She's a very private person, to the extent that her family didn't officially know that she was pregnant and can't even give proper medical information to the nurse. Our protagonist is the older sister, and the author deftly probes her character's relationship to her family and to her somewhat distant husband with whom she's been trying to have a child. I also really like how the story included passages of untranslated Spanish, but the narrative always lets us know the gist of it. That's some pretty seamless storytelling. You can find links to these journals and to my other videos mentioned down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.